What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 2 of our NCAA Road to Glory series here, featuring Chance Bishop, a 68 overall 3-star running back that got, we signed with Rutgers. Went to Rutgers right here, that New Jersey school up in Brunswick, or North Brunswick, New Brunswick? Up there in North Jersey. But Chance, he got some upgrade points. We're going to try and get him just a couple extra overall points, sitting at a 68 overall here as a 3-star running back. And the reason why I went 3-star is I didn't want to make this too easy for us. I want us to actually have to work on becoming a starter, not just be, a 4 or 5 star where we're, a mid-70, high 70, low 80 overall player, and we're just kind of slotted in to be the starter for a team. I didn't really want that. I wanted this to be more of an average player, someone that's kind of someone you want to root for, someone that is the guy you look out for, your Joe Schmo, your the hometown hero, the guy that walks on and proves to everyone that he belongs here, and he is definitely someone that you got to keep your eye out on. We'll take a look here. The offensive coordinator, they're reaching out to us. Trying to give us some tips here, trying to help us out here in our college journey, trying to make sure we don't make a fool of ourselves out here. But there you go. Chance just getting a very nice, polite answer. But of course, depth chart-wise, we are like 3rd, 4th string. We're 4th string on the depth chart here, 68 overall. We're going to redshirt this year. Let's be honest. We are going to redshirt this year as a freshman. There's no way around it at 68 overall. We're not going to see the field one bit. So the only thing we can do, honestly, just get all of our team building stuff up, get our GPA up, just to make sure that we are in a position where if we're needed, we're ready to go. Put ourselves in that position. Just make sure that we are the #1 option here for Rutgers when the time comes. But we are just going to be simming a lot of these games right here. We're just going to have you watching, see how these games turn out. I mean, we're not playing in any of them, let's be honest. So we're going to have probably a lot of dead time, a lot of rambling in this episode. You guys see we're over 40 minutes long. And initially I was going to try and break this up into 2 episodes, and I just didn't see the point, honestly, of breaking this up into 2 episodes. Just knock this bad boy out into 1, and then we'll just kind of call it a day after that. But here we go, up 24-0 over FCS East. So hey, we're having a good start to the season, at least 38-0. And there you go. We get these every once in a while where it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna play a snap, and then we don't play. Doesn't happen. Yeah, we just get this camera angle overhead like we were gonna play, but we're actually not playing, which is super frustrating. So good for that. Good for them right there. And yeah, we didn't see the field one bit. 38-0 though is the victory here over FCS East. So nice easy victory here to start off the 2024 season here. Look at that. We got our quarterback here, 265, 5 touchdowns, 70% per completion. Not too bad at all. Very, very nice start to the 2024 season. So you like to see that one right there. And the only thing we can do right now is just get our, just get that score up. Make it so Coach has to trust us, has to believe in us. And then here we go. We have our the coach. He's reaching out. First few weeks have been going. They're seeing how the college experience is going. I know one of the things that we said, reason why we wanted to go to school, is to have a college experience. And Rutgers, one of those schools where I feel we can have that true college experience at, and honestly just have a very good time and come out here and just be as productive as possible. So that's definitely something that we're looking forward to doing, is just getting everything down and really just having ourselves a good college run for the next however many seasons, next 4 or 5 seasons. There you go. Coach's trust increased right there. The tight end, just a heads up, it's custom. The freshmen are going to carry the seniors' pads. Nah, not going to do that one. Yeah, I'm not a lackey. That's not going to happen. Yeah, we're probably going to take a bit of a hit on this one, but I'm sorry, Victor. Don't know how you got my number. I know I definitely did not give you my number. We're going to decline this right here. I'm not using my recruiting points right there to start carrying your pads. You got 2 legs that ain't broken. You got 2 arms that ain't broke. You can carry your own pads to practice. Plain and simple, that's how it's going to be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Leadership decreased. Gotcha. Right, and seniors aren't pleased because they're a bunch of crybabies, and the rest of the team's now not happy with me. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that one. I'm not going to lose sleep over them being a bunch of crybabies. Alright, so let's take a look here. Academic advisor, if you ignore studying, GPA will plummet come exam week. Alright, if you get at least the 370 to the first 3 years, you can graduate early and not have to worry about grades your senior year. Awesome. Hey, I'll do that. Let's be honest. Let's shoot for that 4.0 over the next 3 seasons, right? However many seasons. Let's just go for that 3.7, graduate, and then we're gonna call it a day. And then our senior season, we can just ball. Everything's gonna go into XP. We're gonna have ourselves just a breakout, like 2,500 yard, 3,000 yard rushing season. Let's be honest. It's going to happen. We're going to break all of the records here in college football on the ground that season. It's going to happen, right? There's no way around it. We're also going to get offered an NIL deal here from a sporting goods shop. Okay. So followers are increased by 500 twice over the next 2 weeks. Awesome. Sweet. Look at that NIL deal signed here in our first week of college as halfback 4. That's crazy right there. How are we getting an NIL deal signed as halfback 4? Are they just like, hey, we have this guy from Rutgers supporting us? And I was like, oh, you have the quarterback, you have the star receiver, the star defensive player. We have the 4th string running back. Who? Yeah, that's legitimately what they just did right there. We're getting that GPA up over that 3. I mean, that's honestly the easiest thing we can do at this point. Just get the GP up, work on getting that done, and get that squared away. And there you go. Chance and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They are coming out of the tunnel here. We all know our boy isn't going to be suiting up, though. He's literally just part of that 98-man roster in college. And it's the main reason why I don't really follow college football, let's be honest. The rosters are too damn big. There are too many players on these rosters. I'm sorry, I don't have the mental fortitude here to keep straight, 98 different position players who half of them are redshirt freshmen, the other 3/4 are true freshmen, and then you have 48 walk-ons, you got 93 transfers. This guy played for Temple last year, that guy played for Bowling Green, and then again, the all-time Rutgers guy, he just left and he went somewhere else. That's the stuff we're going on. But a 14-7 victory over Akron right here, so they give a very good start to this season. Up 2-0. The team there supporting us, even though we're just a bench warmer right now. Not actually sure why we're in pads. That doesn't make any sense. There you go. Halfback 1 had a good game right there. Buck 60 yards on the day. And honestly, I can't wait for us to get that shot at getting some actual touches here, because that's just going to be every day here for Chance. But we're in a bit of a bye week right now, so I do figure out later that I am actually kind of screwing myself over by simulating these practices in this episode. Yeah. Simulate all these practices, didn't realize that I was actually screwing myself over. I do figure that out by like next season, that if I actually play the practices, I actually get more XP. But that's besides the point. You live and you learn, so we might have a bit of a slow start here, but it's alright. We're going to be redshirted this year. No real issue here. We're going to figure it out. It could have definitely helped to get us a little higher, though, but you live and you learn. Leadership got tanked right there because, well, we stood up to the seniors, so I'm going to have to live with that one. So no biggie right there. Definitely not what I wanted to have happen, but it is what happened, though. So, an unfortunate start. We have, who we got talking to us right now? The defensive tackle. Alright, you just get a shout, like, hey man, be careful these NIL deals. Some of them might be a bit sketchy, not the ones you'll be looking for. They're just looking out for us. So way to go, D-Tackle. I mean, hey, he heard about our NIL deal with that sports shop, and he was like, how? How is halfback 4 getting an NIL deal and I'm not? Academic advisor, hey, you got, let's see, your honors entomology class is coming up. Why the hell am I taking honors entomology? And that's a wild class right there. Wild class right there to be taking. Don't know why I'm in honors entomology. I don't actually know what entomology is. So let me know in the description and comments down below what entomology is for one. You know, thanks chat. You know, W chat down there. But let's see. Rutgers, Virginia Tech here. Practice got simmed, and we are only three energy right here to spend on upgrading. I mean, we're prepared for that test though, so I can kind of hold off on that test a little bit. But yeah, I'm not really paying attention. At this point, I'm not really paying attention to the XP and realize what the XP I'm doing does. That's giving me skill points to upgrade. So I'm kind of mismanaging my XP a little bit, my energy a little bit. So I'm kind of slacking on the good old XP right there. Definitely not a good look for me because I'm like a total noob. I never played the original NCAA game, so I don't really know the mechanics of how this actually works. But we're figuring out the more we play, we're figuring it out the more we go. So there we go. We're taking out our third game of the season here. A bunch of these military kids, they're ready to go. Virginia Tech, there you go. Virginia Tech versus the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And hopefully we can get ourselves another big victory here in our first season in college. So here we go. We're going to be tied 3-3 here, up 6-3. Okay, battle of field goals right now in the second quarter. Alright, still 6-3. Only 3 field goals kicked. No actual points on the board. 9-6 now. 12-6. 18-6. Okay, we got some actual points. And there you go. 18-6 is the final score in this one. So there you go. Rutgers, you having yourselves a good start to this season. Definitely like to see what's going on here. Player of the game, awesome. A quarterback who did nothing. No ints, no deflections, no touchdowns. I love that. That is a great stat line right there. Definitely love seeing that one. There you go. We get a little boost right up to 781 coach credit right there. You know, he is trusting us enough. Do you see your grade? You crushed it. Nice job. Oh, don't forget the midterms are in a month. So they're on week 8. Gotcha. So a week 8 midterm, which is gonna be brutal. Someone who went to college and went for what, 5 years on a 4-year degree, or I think 5 years on a 4-year degree. It's not fun. Those week 8 midterms are brutal. It's like, oh, I have all this time, and then you realize, oh, I actually have no time because it's tomorrow. My midterm is tomorrow. And yeah, so we're prepared at least. So we definitely, helped ourselves out the last couple of weeks by boosting up our academic score. But there you go. Just get ourselves prepared. Just have ourselves in a position where we are going to be, ready for this midterm. Don't have any surprises. Don't want to hold ourselves back, especially our senior season. Just want to focus on football, because that's what makes or breaks a lot of these kids in football. I mean, if you don't come out like your junior year and you come out your senior year is honestly what makes or breaks you. So if we can start hitting the field by like sophomore year, and then we can start working our way into being the start of the junior year and just come out the senior year and just hit the ground running. Or, hear me out, we could be like that kid from, he's not even a kid, he's a grown-ass man actually. He plays for the Hurricanes, Miami Hurricanes, right? Dude's a 9th year college student. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? We could just be like that guy, just keep getting college degrees, and just keep getting, just keep playing football our whole life, but not professional football. And yeah, that's a plan right there. Can we do that in this game? Can we be that guy in this game? Is that actually possible? I'm assuming not. I'm assuming we can't do that. I think that'd be absolutely hilarious, though, if it could be like a 9th year redshirt freshman. We just keep getting different degrees. just keep doing all this fun stuff. But yeah, I don't think the game is that intuitive where we can do that. A bit of a letdown there, honestly. But hey, man, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain too much about it. But here we go. As we're up 28-7 over Washington. Big victory here over Washington. Definitely like to see that one. You know, Rutgers cruising right here in our first season. And you know what that means, though. Let's be honest. We all know what this means. Is that we're doing very good right now. And by the time we actually go to start and actually hit the field, we're gonna be an awful team. It's how it goes every time, you know. The whole team that's built up to win now isn't gonna be here in 2 seasons when we're ready to actually start playing, which is gonna be absolutely brutal. I'm gonna hate to see it because it's gonna put us in a real awkward position where we're not starting now. And by the time we actually get to start, do we just kind of go to a team? Do we hit the transport and go to a team that, you know, we're going to be able to actually play for sooner? Or stay here and kind of stick it out and be that, like, homegrown talent that, you know, fans just want to see and they love seeing? You know, like, do we want to go to a smaller school like a Hawaii or like a BYU or a Kent State, you know, alma mater there of Julian Edelman? Do we want to do something like that, or do we want to kind of just stick it out, you know, see if we can go after some records here, you know, can we break Ray Rice's record here at Rutgers? Ray Rice has the most rushing yards in Rutgers history, so can we compete and can we beat that record? That would be something right there, you know, just come out here, you know, and just have ourselves a career where we can actually be the players that we need to be, you know, kind of erase that little bit of a black eye right there. And I get it, Ray Rice, you know, he had some issues later in his career, later in life, but Rutgers, I don't think he had any issues when he was in Rutgers, but hey, just, you know, put a new face on the record board there for all-time rushing yards here in Rutgers history. Is that possible? Can we do such a thing like that? Who knows? We're going to figure it out sooner or later, though. But as we go up to a 21-3 lead over Nebraska here, we just got the halftime, 24-3 at halftime, up 31-10 now, 38-10. Come on, Nebraska, I got to do something more than that. 45-13, 45-20. Kind of let off the gas a little there at the end. Look at that, we scored a touchdown in every quarter. Love to see that right there for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, as we just get the big victory here. Look at that passing yards here for our QB. Another 5-touchdown game for the young man right here. Way to go, Kaliakamis. Yeah, I don't know how to say college names. I don't know how to say any names, honestly. And then I see names like that, and I'm just, no clue. Alright, so, oh boy, we have a pop quiz right now. Pop quiz right here by the offensive coordinator. I'm going to be honest, I do not students. I have no clue what any of these questions are. We're going to kind of figure it out together, though. We got a 7-hole. Are we going to do an inside run, an outside run? I really don't know. I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of Googled this one because, yeah, I don't know. Not quite. A 7-hole is when you go to the left tackle, which the personal grouping refers to the 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. Gotcha. All right. A, correct. Gotcha. Way to go. All right. What's that? MLOS? What is an MLOS right here? Who knows what an MLOS is? Anyone? Someone? Anyone know what an MLOS is? I definitely don't know what an MLOS is. Is it a split zone? Is it a dart? Like I said, we're trying to look this up right here as we go. You know, it was A, whatever A. I think it's a split zone. So there you go. Coach trust increased a little more because we have the power of Google on our hands. So there you go. Big take on Wisconsin now. So hopefully another big victory here for Wisconsin. We're 5-0 on the season, so not too shabby there. Now, of course, we're simulating practices, which is just hurting us more and more. And I'm not realizing it because we're not getting any upgrade points right now. We have not gotten a single upgrade point right there. which is brutal. And I'm not really realizing this at the time, but I do eventually realize this. I promise you guys that part of the reason why it's kind of got compiled into just one giant, 45, almost 50-minute long episode, just because I kind of messed this season up. And we're going to kind of try and play catch up the rest of the series, though. Hopefully we can get ourselves to the NFL. That would be great right there, am I right? But here we go. We are going to try and upgrade the XP a little bit, maybe. There we go. I think we're figuring out a little bit. We're trying to figure out what the XP actually does. We're not quite there yet to figure out how the game works, but I promise you, we're going to figure it out. Getting ready for another advantageous game of holding a clipboard. And, well, looking real good on the bench. That's kind of what Chance is doing right now. And, yeah, that's what you like to see. So out comes the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And, well, hopefully we're going to have ourselves a big win over Wisconsin. That's honestly the only thing we can ask for. Just be a part of a championship team before we even touch the field. But probably not. We're probably going to belly out later towards the end of the season. I mean, we're already tied up right now. We were down. And now, up 21-17 right now here in the third quarter. 28-17 up by 11 points. 31-17 in the fourth quarter. Oh, boy, they tied it up late. Can we get a field goal? No. Yeah. That's definitely not what I wanted to see right there. Not a great way to finish a game here. Big loss right there. I mean, Wisconsin, they outplayed us. Look at that. 115 yards on 12 attempts. 2 touchdowns here for their running back. I mean, can we not stop their rushing attack? Like, what? Well, what's going on right now? After the game, Chance getting a bit of a coach boost right there. And, hey, here comes Dr. Advisor saying, hey, your midterm results are back. Straight B's. Not sure how we got straight B's because we had passed the prepared. Whatever that highest one is, we were past that. Apparently, it's only good enough for straight B's, though. That's wild. I definitely should have had straight A's on that midterm, but hey, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here. But hey, our GPA increased. We got clear-headed upgrade as well. Okay, that's good right there. Coach trusting us a little more because we did good on our grades. Take on UCLA, who is 3-3. I mean, Rutgers is 5-1 right now, so we are doing better. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we lost to a team I'm pretty sure we should have beaten. We had the lead against late. We had a 2-score lead against late in that one, and we lose by a field goal. I mean, that definitely sucks right there. Definitely not something we were looking forward to. But I don't know. And, I mean, nothing we can really do about it. It's not like we touched the field. We literally can just sit there on the sidelines and watch. We're just there to be a part of the atmosphere and just kind of be along for the ride at this point. Like I said, this is just going to be 46 minutes of us rambling this episode. So if I really run out of things to talk to about after the 20-minute mark, like, what are we at, like the 23-minute mark right now, and I'm running out of things to talk to about. I mean, we can only kind of touch the bases on the same thing so many times. I mean, I just really didn't want to break this up into 2 episodes. Just get the full redshirt freshman thing out of the way in episode number 2, and then hopefully just go from there and have ourselves a good rest of the series. That's the best thing we can ask for right now, is just to get this out of the way and set ourselves up for our redshirt freshman season and our redshirt sophomore season. So we'll break the episodes up a little better going into those seasons. So they'll be broken up into, I guess, 8-week episodes. So they'll be a little quicker. Hopefully they'll be a little quicker. Maybe about like the half, like the 20-25 minute mark, opposed to the almost 50-minute mark that we have right here. Like, this is probably one of the longest episodes uploads on this channel. Honestly, I know we've had some long episodes. I know. We've had some hour-long episodes from Madden where we were, kind of wrapping up our series and, just coming into those, and we've definitely had some that just kind of dragged on. where players just wouldn't retire, which, I'm not trying to have that happen here. Like, the final episode of our Madden 23 series was almost 2 hours long. 2 hour long episode. It was an hour and 43 minutes, almost hour 41 minutes, almost hour 44 minutes, because that's how time works, doesn't go backwards. I know we've had a bunch of other really long ones. Our final episode of our MLB The Show 22 franchise mode was 45 minutes long. And, we've just had like some really long episodes on this channel, and nothing we can really do about that when we get them. We just kind of have to work around them and hopefully just have ourselves a really good run of, episodes that kind of just balance out the really long ones. That's the only thing we ask for at this point. But I don't know. We're just gonna try and do our best to not flunk out of college, get the best GPA possible, and set ourselves up for the future. But as we get into our next game here against what team are we playing right now? I know the worst part is I know what team this is, and I am just drawing a massive blank. I just saw it. USC Trojans, right? That's what team we're playing right now, right? The good old Matt Liner played here, right? I think so. I don't know. My knowledge of college football is awful. It goes down there with like my knowledge of actors and movies and my knowledge of musicians and songs. It's just not. It just doesn't work out great. USC, yeah, we are playing USC. Like I know the arena. I know the mascot. I'm looking at all this stuff and I was like, okay, I know where we're at. I just could not figure out how to formulate the words to say what team we were playing. No, it's 3 letters. It really is. It's just 3 letters here. Could not figure out how to say them at all. Absolute major L on my part right there. Honestly, that's probably one of the worst NCAA YouTuber, on YouTube right now. They go 25-10 victory for Rutgers. You'll love to see that there for Rutgers. Big old victory. Look at that. I like that they're celebrating with Chance here on the sideline, I guess on the field right now. Even though he just held a clipboard. He got fully dressed to not actually play and to hold a clipboard. I don't know if he holds a clipboard. Does the backup running back, does halfback 4 hold a clipboard? Is that a thing that happens? Anyone know if that's a thing that actually happens? The backup, running back, the backup to the backup to the backup running back? Does he hold a clipboard? Does he actually have a uniform on the team? Like, there's no way he actually has a uniform. Like, you gotta think, running back 1, 2, and 3 have uniforms. Running back 4 doesn't get dressed, right? Like, if those 3 guys go down, you're just, like, throwing in a wide receiver, right? You're, like, throwing in, like, the last receiver on the depth chart, right? That's, like, what's gotta happen. Or you kind of just put a tight end out there, and you're like, all right, well, you're a fullback right now, sport. Figure it out. That's gotta be what happens, right? But hey, Chance, let's see. We had the same class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I found a PDF online with all the answers for the geology test. You want me to send you a copy? Ew, that just sounds like a trap right there. Yeah, my guy, no. That's not gonna happen. How did you get my number? I don't give my number out to anyone. Let's be honest. I don't give my number out to people. I'm not giving my number out to random classmate right here. Parker, how the hell did you get my number? I'm going to throw you on the blacklist right now because that just seems like that's going to set me up for a lot of trouble here with Rutgers. I went to college. I have a college degree, and I remember when the whole Chegg scandal went around. I think that thing popped off the year after I graduated college. Maybe, I think it was the year after I graduated college. The whole, a whole Chegg scandal popped off. I think actually at Rutgers too, where all these people were using Chegg to cheat, and I knew a girl, and she was real worried that they were gonna figure out how to do it because she was real dumb about it. She would log into Chegg with her school email on school computers. Yeah, that's just not. Come on, you gotta be smarter than that. You gotta, I don't know, you gotta be doing anything smarter than that right there. You're setting themselves up for failure. You gotta, VPNs don't actually work. You gotta get a NordVPN. You gotta put yourself in like Seoul, South Korea, and then you can use Chegg. You can't be using Chegg sitting in your dorm on, the campus Wi-Fi, figuring out how to do this. That's just like, you're just gonna get a knock on the door and the dean's just gonna like, get out, don't come back. That's not gonna happen. Not gonna get kicked out of Rutgers here over a geology class. Like, my guy, there's rocks everywhere. I'm just gonna go outside, look at some rocks, and be like, cool, I'm a geologist now. I know what a sedimentary rock is. I know how lava and magma is formed. I know how porous and non-porous and, rocks are formed. I get it. I know geology, right? I really don't know geology. I was a film major. But I do YouTube now, so, hey, kind of there. But here we're going to take on Maryland. Good old Maryland right here. 7-2 Rutgers taking on Maryland. I mean, hey, we got to get these finals under wraps. I mean, we have a 3.8 GPA. We only need a 2.0. Yeah, but remember, hey, about 40 minutes ago, they were like, hey, if you get a 3.7 or higher, you don't have to worry about taking classes your senior year. You can just ride or die, all that fun stuff. You can just literally ride or die and just have fun your senior year of college. Don't take courses. Just worry about football. So that's what we're going to worry about. Toss a bunch of points in now so we get that 3.8, 3.7, whatever we need. Honestly, just have a 4.0 at this point. If you're at a 3.8, just get a 4.0. It's not that hard. And then we just have to worry about staying healthy our senior year and put up like a 2,000-yard season in college. Honestly, that sounds like a game plan to me if I've ever seen one. But here we go, Rutgers, Maryland. Come on, let's have ourselves a very good bout right here. So let's just see, up by 7 right now, early in this. Up by 14 now here at the end of the first. All right, end of the second. It's gonna be 17 to 14 lead now here at the end of the third quarter. 20 to 14 now, 20 to 21. Come on, Rutgers. All right, 23-21. Hold on to the lead, and there you go. Big victory here over Maryland. Like, you gotta beat Maryland, right? One of the rivals here for Rutgers. You gotta beat them. You can't be coming out here having poor games against Rutgers. So you got a series win 9. 9 series wins against. Okay. I know what that means. Definitely know what that means right there. Only 85 yards to tutty for our starting running back. Like, come on, coach. The dude's tired. Throw in Chance. Give him a carry. Have him do something, We're literally halfback 4. We're not getting anything done. All right, 2 things. Don't forget about your finals. Haven't forgot about them. We're preparing for them. Second, your American government class is giving out extra credit. Only need to write a 10-page essay. Gotcha. Let's see. Between high school, community college, I went to community college for a year to get done all my core classes, like all my English 101s and my math 101s and stuff like that. And then 4 years of actual, university college. I don't think I ever wrote a 10-page paper. I never had to write a 10-page paper between any of them. I think I had to write a couple 5-page papers, which suck and are awful, but I don't think I've ever had to write a 10-page paper. And the only time I think I might have written anything close to a 10-page paper was when I went to community college. I had an art appreciation class. And I had one of those teachers that just really took the class a lot, way too serious. Like, a lot more serious than it should have been taken for the style of class it was. Like, I had 2 teachers like that. I had an art appreciation and a music appreciation. Different teachers that just took the class way too seriously. Like, I get it, that was their passion. But these were literally intro to music. Like, not like, music as in, play an instrument music. No, this was, intro to music, the history of, basic music, like Mozart and stuff like that. And he took it way too seriously. One of my least favorite classes. And then I had an art appreciation teacher who I think was the same style, where it was just like, we had to write just this massive, like, 5-page paper about, all of these different topics about art painting from the Philadelphia Art Museum. And then the best part is, we need to have a physical ticket to attach to our paper. Well, the Philadelphia Art Museum doesn't do paper tickets. Did you guys know that? Philadelphia Art Museum doesn't do paper tickets. So I go there, I go, hey, can I get a physical ticket? And they're like, no, you just pay your entry fee and you go in. You don't have to get you don't get a physical ticket. It's like you can go to guest services. And I'm like, hey, can I get a physical ticket? And they're like, no, but we can email you a receipt. And I go, well, that's gonna have to do, I guess. So then I went to the teacher. I'm like, yeah, they don't do physical tickets apparently on, I think it was like a Saturday. Like, they don't do physical tickets on Saturdays. So I have a receipt. That's the best I got. And I have a picture of me in the art museum, and they're like, all right, I'll accept that because there's a picture of you in the art museum with your paid time and all that fun stuff. And I had, like, my parking ticket too. I had, like, my parking receipt. So I was able to kind of find a little loophole around that one. But yeah, just don't think I've ever written like a 10-page paper. I think it's like a 5-pager. But even like going outside of community college, like going to actual college, didn't write a 10-pager ever. Like, I get it. If I went for like a master's or a PhD, I probably would have had to write some 10-pagers, like a thesis and all of this, super in-depth, lines of thinking. No, not for my bachelor's degree. Did not have to write a 10-pager at all for my bachelor's degree. Not once did I ever write one. And I'm totally fine not having to write one, which is great. Love it. Amazing, personally. Take on Michigan State here. All right, it's 14-6 now. We are getting it done. Ooh, 14-13 though. 14-20. Come on, like, what are we doing? Why are we stalling out here? 16-20, 23-20 now. Come on. Oh boy, it's tied up. Up by 3 now. Come on. Let's get this done. 29-23. Down by a point. And come on, like, what are we doing here? Like, how are we getting? I don't know. We're not even getting blown out. We're just like losing. We're just not. We're forgetting how to convert offense. Like, the offensive drives are just stalling out here. They're just not getting converted properly, which is super frustrating. Don't know why that's happening. Like, come on. Like, do better. Don't do that, personally. Like, big fan of not having that happen. Look at that. Straight A's, GPA. Hey, man, we're halfway there, getting that 3.7. 3.7, don't got to take classes our senior year. I'm all for it, dude. Let's RISM right now. That's what we got to do. Get that 4.0 now. Get that 4.0 next 2-3 seasons, and we're good. We don't have to worry about it. Literally just going to keep doing 4.0 GPAs until they say we don't have to do school anymore, and then everything's probably just going to end up going into like leadership and injury, and yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I know all that stuff now, like, retroactively, but, like, I could put all into XP and, health and all that fun stuff, but recording this one, I did not realize, that I could just dump my training points into XP to give me skill points to upgrade my player, so we've literally got 3 skill points for the entire season because I, never actually tossed skill points into training, which is my bad. Definitely not a smart move on my part here. But, I mean, hey, you live and you learn. It's literally my first time ever playing NCAA. Literally did create a chance, and then I ran him through his redshirt freshman season. So you know, we're figuring it out now. Oh, wow, we can actually, do skill points. We can get upgrades. So I think I'm kind of figuring it out now that I can toss him into XP. There you go, local hero right there. Everyone likes Chance. Gotta get some love going on here for Chance Bishop. He did sign that NIL deal early on, like week 3 or 4. He signed an NIL deal with like a sports team, like a sports shop of some sort. I mean, that's been long gone. That ended after like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. He has like 500 followers, every 2 weeks for like 4 weeks or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. But here we go, looking at some stuff like local hero. I think we're starting to figure it out at this point. We're figuring out a little better. The local hero is not really helping us out as much as we want it to. I mean, sure, it's giving us some fans and some appreciation right now, but it's not really helping us out like in the long run. Chandler Morris out of what school are we from here? Chandler Morris out of North Texas wins the 2024 Heisman. Okay. All right, man. Good old Chandler right there. We're going to go to the Music City Bowl. All right, taking on Florida. The Florida Gators take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So hopefully that's going to be a nice, fun matchup here between Florida and Rutgers. I mean, I don't know if Rutgers is really in the same kind of powerhouse where you want to be like, oh yeah, they could definitely take on Florida. Do I think they could take on Florida? I don't know. Can they? Like I've said once, I've said 1,000 times, I do not know college like that. College is not my forte. I'm going to say some things about college football that you're going to be like, this guy knows absolutely nothing about what he's talking about. And you're going to be entirely correct. It's like that, I forget who does the skit, but the guy gets, it's like a road rage skit, and he's like, "Wait, do you know how to drive?" And he's like, "No, I don't know how to drive." He's like, "What do you mean?" Because I don't know how to drive. That's me right now, but with college football. What do you mean you're talking about this about college football? Because I know nothing about college football. Honestly, I would probably learn more about college football by watching people who actually play college football or actually watch college football play this game. And I could probably learn a thing or two about college football. I just know the Florida Seminoles are really bad right now. Like, honestly, one of like the worst teams currently in college football. So I do know that. I know, what was it? The Harbaugh brother. He escaped college because he was being investigated for sign stealing, just like Pete Carroll did, years ago. So I get that's a thing right now. But outside of that, man, like I really don't follow college football like that. It's not my forte. It's like basketball, honestly. If a team that I kind of follow or a player I like is doing something, I'll follow that. But outside of that, I'm not gonna really invest time into college football. It's just not my thing. It's really not my thing. Like Rutgers, if Rutgers is doing really good and they're talking about Rutgers a lot, I'll like, okay, how's Rutgers? I'll peep in on Rutgers, or I'll peep in on Penn State, or like local Philly teams like that. But outside of that, I'm not watching every game. I'm not really watching any game, honestly. I can't tell you the last time I watched a college football game. I can't tell you the last time I watched a basketball game. Now I've entirely gone off the rails here. We're talking about, like NBA basketball, and, we're playing NCAA over here. But then again, I've also been rambling on for almost 50 minutes here, and I have entirely ran out of things to talk about. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I don't think anyone's actually watching at this point of the video. If you're still watching at this point of the video, comment down below potato. Potato. If you're still watching at this point in the video, because I generally want to know if people are actually watching. Just let me know if you guys are watching. I'm genuinely curious. I really don't think this video is going to do well and get a lot of views. I think it's going to be kind of a dud video, and the first one's going to do okay, and I think the videos after this are going to do okay because they're going to be half the length, but I don't think this video is going to do well, honestly, view-wise. We do lose this one against Florida, 48-46. That's a brutal loss right there. How many games have we lost where it's only been by like a couple points? I think every loss we've had has been like 1 point, 2 points, a touchdown here. It's just not. It's not a good look. I don't know why we're struggling so much. Look at that. We're coming up on halfback 3. But we do have 6 skill points here at the end of the season for Chance Bishop. I do like to see that. It's going to take 9 to upgrade our trucking. I mean, we don't have enough for trucking. Maybe if we were actually investing in, you know, XP or actually doing the practices accordingly, we would have more, but I don't know. We're trying to, let's see what we have going on here. You know, break tackle for elusiveness. Going to upgrade that elusiveness a little bit. That gets us to a 70 overall. We have 3 remaining now. Upgrade IQ right there, down to 1. Do we have any for 1? Any for 1? I mean, route running. I'm not going to do route running. Quickness is A. We're going to do route running right there. Gets us up to a 71 overall here, coming out of our redshirt freshman season. So we've gone up 2 overall points. I think I messed that one up big time. We should definitely go up a couple more points than 2. But hey, you live and you learn. We'll make it up next season. We'll make up our sophomore season as well. But if you guys did enjoy this episode here of our NCAA 25 featuring Chance Bishop Road to Glory, you know, hit that like button, comment down below. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this monstrosity of a video. I guarantee you we're not going to have many more like this here on the channel, especially for NCAA. But thanks to you though. Peace out, rock on, stay super classy. Catch you on the next episode, and definitely stay tuned as we'll have more NCAA content here on the channel in the upcoming future. Because I'm enjoying the game, at least for right now. I'm enjoying it. So.